ceremony. The Hollywood Chamber transforms business and improves the livelihood of the community. Today, we are celebrating a business that transforms us all, and that's show business. Thank you all. Show business is a unique blend of art and business. It is beyond entertainment. It elevates and inspires us all. That is why we are here today, and it is why we are so proud to host you here today at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to our fans watching around the world on live stream, presented by our media partner Variety. Today, Hollywood honors Jenifer Lewis. With the 2,726 star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the category of television. Jenifer Lewis was born on January 25th in Missouri and is the youngest of 7 children. She began singing in the church choir at the age of 5. After college, she moved to New York City, where she debuted on Broadway in a role in Beauty, the musical based on the works of Beauty. She then accepted a position as a harlot, a backup singer for Bette Midler, which led her to her first TV appearances on Midler's HBO special and on Bette Midler's Beaches. Developing her nightclub act, The Diva is Business, an autobiographical comedy and music show in New York City cabarets. She performed the show off-Broadway at the Public Theater. Jenifer has appeared in more than 400 episodic television shows, 68 movies, 4 animations, and 4 Broadway shows. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends, A Different World, 20s, Castaway, What's Love Got to Do with It, The Princess and the Frog, Mickey Mouse Fun's House, Rugrats, The Brothers, Medea's Family Reunion, Meet the Browns, Cars 1, 2, and 3, American Dad, Strong Medicine, and Girlfriends. Jenifer also starred on ABC's Blackish for 8 seasons as the hilarious Ruby Johnson. She is currently starring in I Love That For You. About her iconic role as Jackie Washington in Jackie's Dad. In fact, Jenifer chose today, July 15th, as a day because it is Jackie Washington Day in celebration of this cult classic. Her autobiography, The Mother of Black Hollywood, became a chart-topping national bestseller in 2017. Walking in My Joy in These Streets is set to release next month on August 30th. In April, the International Press Academy presented her with a 2022 honorary satellite award for her career contributions in the entertainment industry. Her various charitable endeavors include the Human Rights Campaign, the Los Angeles LGBT Center, the Coalition for At-Risk Youth, the Urban League, the Exceptional Women of Color Foundation, and Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. Without further ado, let's welcome to the stage Jenifer Lewis. Before we hear from Jenifer, there are two guest speakers who say a few words about our honoree. Our first speaker is a composer, lyricist, entertainer, activist, and philanthropist. He has scored dozens of films including Misery, City Slickers, Sleepless in Seattle, A Few Good Men, The American President, Hairspray, Sister Act, and The Addams Family. He is extremely involved in causes affecting the LGBTQ+ community, including AIDS Project Los Angeles and the Turner Project. Please welcome to the stage, Mark Jenifer.
Now, how do I stand here and not look at you all? Does that work? Yeah! So, what can one say about Jenifer Lewis that she hasn't already said herself? When I first met Jenifer, we discovered a shared love of an obscure Aretha Franklin song called First Snow in Kokomo. And well, that's an end to our friendship. Around that time, I crossed the country with her one weekend, playing piano for the show she performed at colleges to make rent, a show called From Billy to Lita. On the third day of this mini tour, the flight to Ithaca got canceled, so we flew somewhere else and rented a car to get to Ithaca. We were passing stunning scenery in upstate New York at golden hour, but I had to keep looking straight at the road since I was driving at 100 miles per hour. So Jenifer narrated the scenery, and at one point, as I whizzed past the gorgeous vista, she shouted, "God on the left! God on the left!" Now, before I met her, Jenifer had moved to St. Louis, New York City, where at one point she opened for a singing group named Gotham. Knowing how impatient she was to be a star, one of the bitchier members of the group would knock on her dressing room door and say, "5 years, Miss Lewis, 5 years." But it actually took even longer than 5 years. I think that's because Jenifer can do too much. She's a dramatic actress, along with impeccable comedy time. She can sing with fiery passion, but can tell a story and have you double over and laugh in the next second. Unfortunately, show business prefers people who do just one thing. I did my part, getting her cast in the Beaches and Sister Act. She even had a run co-starring in my Broadway musical Hairspray. I've written her countless songs about our lives, including one summer while vacationing down in Laguna. Hey, white folk, I'm sorry, I could not get here sooner. I'm the only white, I'm the only black girl in Laguna. We can't fix that in post, so one more time. Hey, white folk, I'm sorry, I could not get started. You get with me. Hey, white folk, I'm sorry, I could not get here sooner. I'm the only black girl in Laguna. Speaking of black and white, it makes it even harder to comprehend what goes on in this country. Because our group, our tribe, is a perfect combination of color. Where we celebrate each other. Well, I certainly celebrate Jenifer's blackness, and she puts up with my Jewishness. But it all works, and for that I'm profoundly grateful. Anyway, little by little, Hollywood finally woke up to what they had in Jenifer. But by the time she landed the perfect role of Ruby on Blackish, she had finally become the star that she and we always knew she was. Thanks to the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, she is quite literally a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right alongside legends like Katharine Hepburn, Eddie Davis, and for many years to come, I know that Jenifer will drive everyone she knows down Hollywood Boulevard. And when she gets to this spot, she will most certainly yell out, "God on the left! God on the left!" And thank God for that. Jenifer is a word to my people, Mazel Tov. You truly did it.
audience today. Our board member, Matt Fritsch. And we also have our president and CEO, David Jerome, joining us shortly. Our second speaker is an actress, a dancer, choreographer, singer, songwriter, director, producer, and the list goes on. She is known for her work on Fame, So You Think You Can Dance, and many other accolades. She has been nominated for 20 Emmy Awards, a recipient of 5, as well as 2 Tony Awards and the Golden Globe Award. She also directed Jenifer Lewis in 7 episodes of the NBC comedy A Different World and the 2020 Netflix musical Christmas on the Square. They were also classmates in the 1991 NBC pilot Sunday in Paris. Please welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Debbie Allen.
Well, I am just so honored and so proud to be here today for my dear sister Jenifer Lewis, who is and has always been our star. You know, when you go and look up the word star, it talks about an effervescent, luminous body in the celestial heavens that emanates energy. And that is not quite in your reach, but it is in your purview. Yes! Jenifer is out of reach for most people because she is moving like the universe with a swiftness here, there. Look at all the accomplishments. She can't have done all this at her youthful age, which is 10 years younger than me. Sounds good. But she is so dynamic and so amazing. And what I love about Jenifer, I've seen her since she was with Beth at the back in New York. I've watched her that long when she came to California and was almost on her way back because people weren't seeing what they needed to see. And we had a role on A Different World for the dean. I said, well, come on over here. And that was amazing. What she did with us on A Different World was amazing. But that's just to say that things happen in their own time. And things happen the way they're supposed to be. And this moment right now is a great moment for all of us to share with Jenifer that she is joining the ranks, and her name leaves an indelible mark for time, generations. And I brought one of my youngest students here so he could see her up close and personal because the children love her so much. So today, as we put her name in this marquee of greatness, we can only think about what all is yet to come. Because Jenifer Lewis is absolutely still in the making. So I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled that I've been able to work with her, and I will call her morning, noon, and night, and she returns the call, and she should. And it is a blessing, and it's a privilege, and God bless Hollywood Walk of Fame for knowing who should be on this.
Fame on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, on behalf of Los Angeles City Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, I'd like to present you with a beautiful resolution from the city.
And then over here with the people that you really know. No shade. You don't want us to send it to your phone. You ain't gotta wait to she won't want to ballot it with one hand.
On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Jenifer Lewis Day in Hollywood. It is now time to hear from our honoree. I present to you Jenifer Lewis.
Thank you, Lupita. Isn't she pretty? Okay. Who woke me up for this?
The Lord.
I thought it was 11:30 at night. Okay. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'd like to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, LK, the Hollywood Walk of Fame Committee, and Anna Marquez. Martinez. Don't you Hispanics come up here and beat me up. I studied Spanish in 7th grade. And I learned, how does no llegue de la escuela todavía? That's all I know. And Anna has been the head of the Hollywood Walk of Stars for 35 years. Give her a hand. Just happened to deal with all those celebrities. Have my sympathy. Guys, I got a lot of comments on the internet. Things like, it's long overdue.
It is.
Well deserved.
Yes, it is.
Why did it take so long?
Amen.
My favorite, it's about damn time. Debbie Allen said, I should have memorized my speech. I want to thank all of you who put those comments on the internet for loving and supporting me throughout the year. But what you don't know is I just wasn't ready. Because I had not done the real work. The real work was off stage and off camera. When I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, somehow I found the strength to say three of the most powerful words in the English language.
All right.
I need help. So I went and got it. I won't bore you with the details. Read my book. The Mother of Black Hollywood. Y'all know I done played everybody's mama. Tupac, Whitney. What's that? Nadeem Hardison.
Everybody.
I'm just one person.
Everybody's the best.
Yes, that's all of them. Now listen to me. My new book is titled Walking in My Joy.
Come on.
I want y'all to go pre-order that on Amazon. I'm not playing. I want it to be a bestseller. So just go and pre-order.
In that order.
Guys, it's titled Walking in My Joy because that's just what I do.
Hello.
Y'all, I love life.
Yeah.
I do. I love being alive. I love that I got to do what I love to do with my life. And I know that I'm one of the lucky ones. Everybody doesn't get to do it. I sang my first solo in church when I was 5 years old. And from the reaction of the congregation, I stood there and said, they were applauding, people were crying. My mother was crying for the first time. I never seen anything like that. People were jumping up, and I stood there with my thumb in my mouth. And I thought to myself, oh, this is life. And I never looked back.
Yeah.
If you believe that. Now, speaking of joy, dear God, my family's here today. I want my siblings to stand up here. Rachel, Troy, Larry, Robin, and Jack. Dear God, they all came. I am so grateful. I love you all so very much. I wish Mama was here, but she's going on.
She's here. She is.
Oh, she is here. Mama? Y'all know, look, you want to know the truth? I am Mama. Everything about me is my Mama. I got her look, her skin, she gave me this baby skin. Men don't know what to do with it. I want to share something. Listen, I'm not going to forget my friends. All my friends. Stand up. Stand up. Come on. Get up. Get up. These are all my close friends. Tom, Terry, Vanessa, Matt, Mark, Lou, Brian, Tom, Terry, and all of you. All of you know who you are. I don't. A lot of people think they're my friends. You're not. Poor babies. God, I love myself. I want to back up because I've got somebody before I go into this. Brian Evans.
All right, baby.
Because he came upstairs when he was 20. He heard one of Bette Midler's Harlettes was in the building. I had gone to William Morris to see if they would be my agent. And Brian came running up the stairs and saw me, and he went, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! And then he proceeded to do all of my lines from what's Love Painting. Jackie's back hadn't been made, but she did all my lines from what's Love, and I just fell in love with him, and he did a great impression. I was like a little white boy going a black woman. Well, he told me, when he called me and told me about the star, he said, Jenifer, you were so kind. You were so kind to me. And you saw me. He walked me to my car. He was starting to get on my nerve a little bit. Because he kept, doing the impressions. I was like, honey, that's enough. And he stood on that sidewalk as I pulled off in my Mazda 323. Y'all know it ain't a Mazda no more.
Hello.
And he said to himself, she's gonna get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. If I hadn't connected him. And when he called me to tell me that you guys had voted on me unanimously, I hung up on him. I told him to give me a moment. I said, let me call you back.
It's okay, you got this.
And I was in the garden. There have never been tears in my garden because it is the happiest thing. I love being in the garden. Brian put tears in my garden that day, and I cherish every one of them. You hear me? Thank you, young man. Now, I'm going to share something really great with you. I just got back from vacation. I took a trip around the world to cultural treasures. Now, let me tell you where I went. Okay, here we go. Around the world to cultural treasures. I went to the Taj Mahal, Petra, Jordan, the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi, Angkor Wat in Cambodia. I took a helicopter. There he is. Everybody that knows me on stage, on camera when I'm performing or rehearsing lines, baby, if somebody makes noise. It's over. I cussed about 5 people out this morning. Lord, Frankie, and mostly DJ. Now listen, guys. I took a helicopter through the Himalayan mountains. I'm still up there.